Okay, a few takeaways from this part two, which was really good. Joellen, are you okay? Like for real? Because bringing all those unnecessary receipts to the reunion, what was that? I think you really thought you were doing your big one? All that let us know is you have way too much time on your hands and you need to mind your business. And Kelsey, you do Billy.
Welcome to the Asia Esterak Hour, where film meets conspiracy and pop culture gets a reality check. From sharp recaps to sci-fi theories and media deep dives, Asia Esterak serves it unfiltered. Let the binge begin.
All right, welcome back. Shaky. Welcome back to the Asia Esterak Hour. I am Asia Esterak. All right, let's get into it. The Real Housewives of Rhode Island, Season 1 Reunion, Part 2. This Part 2 was really good. It was so good, I watched it 3 times. I watched it last night. I was going to do my review, but I was really bothered by the Rula and Joellen of it all. So we're going to skim right through this reunion. We're just going to highlight all the good shit. So Part 2 opens with Rula and Joellen still going at each other. We get into a little bit with Rosie and Kelsey and why Rosie quit her job. Kelsey, you sat your plain face fucking ass on the other couch making faces and shit at Rosie the whole time when you aren't about anything. Like, you literally aren't about shit. It seems like you just like to fuck for pay. That's what it's giving. And I don't believe that you weren't an escort. The fact that your whole response to that, I didn't like that. And the whole I've never sold a hole for money. Girl, you done told on yourself with that. And listen, if you're going to be a hoe, be a hoe. We don't care. But you over here looking down at other people who've accomplished more than you. I'm not a super huge fan of Rosie either. She got her own shit as well, but it's obvious you're jealous. And you sat next to Joellen, who was over there. Why are you talking to police and all this shit? I don't like them too. Joellen, I started off liking you. I don't like you. I think the issues with you and your mom run a lot deeper for you because you're not a girl's girl and you're not a fan of women. That shit you did to Rula was not okay. I don't give a fuck. That shit was not okay. It wasn't. And I'm going to get to that in a minute because I'm going to wear your ass the fuck out. Sorry to all the people that like Joellen. If you like Joellen, you couldn't like this behavior. That shit was not okay. And to sit there and be like, yeah, I am a psychopath. Girl, shut the fuck up. I hope that your house is clean. Because one thing we do know about karma, that bitch is cyclical. And she gonna make her way around right to you. Anyway, that was my opening rant. So we go into the Rosie and Kelsey of it all. Kelsey, you're clearly jealous of Rosie, and Rosie obviously looks down on you because you sell all your holes for money. Both of y'all are in the wrong, but Kelsey, you can't sit up here with that fucking dude Billy behind you thinking you're doing some shit. The biggest thing you've done in your life is this show and that pageant. And I was really interested to hear about that brain tumor. I thought that was fascinating. Why didn't you mention that at all on the show? Still don't like your ass. Still think you're vapid and plain. But it was interesting to learn that about you. The irony that a drunk driver ironically saved your life. Crazy. Okay, that was so jumbled. Anyway, so they going back and forth over that. We go over that. We briefly go into Alicia, the whole cracker thing. Billy and the business. I want to say this about Alicia. Alicia, I like you, but I don't know if you're that fucking dumb and that naive or you're just playing like that. I understand that you want to be more involved with the business and have your name on stuff, but then when they offer the alternative of showing you where your money's getting made, where your money's going, and all that stuff, you act uninterested. Oh, it's boring. That's just too much. Oh my God, a meeting? Like, talking about, I just want everything to be old school. This is not the fucking 40s, homie. It's 2026. Bitches can turn into dudes, okay? Like, what are you doing? Girl, stop. You need to educate yourself on financial literacy. Like Andy told you, you're on a show right now where you're going to potentially make the most money you've ever made. You need to be progressive with your life. It was weird watching a grown-ass woman sit on national TV complain about not being included in business shit, but then when being offered the opportunity to be included, you complain. That shit irritated me. Alicia, get your money up, get your life together. Maybe you do need to go sit with Rula for an hour or three and learn about finance. The internet is your oyster. Fucking use it. Um. All right, the husbands come out. Actually, hold on. Before the husbands come out, so Joellen and Rula get into it again, and Joellen is bringing up the fact that Rula's husband Brian used to be married to Alicia's Spanish teacher. Joellen is saying that Brian's a polygamist, and he apparently was still married when he knocked up Rula and married her. So this bitch got the receipts, sort of a receipt. It's a free website that anybody can go on. So she goes on some court website to prove that Brian was still married when he got with Rula and got her pregnant. Okay, great. What's the point of all that? This is why this bothers me. Because it was so obvious that Rula didn't know a fraction of this shit. She was learning this shit with the rest of us. That's why I have an issue with Joellen. Because, and it's funny, I dragged the fuck out of Liz. Liz, I gotta give it to you. Because Liz is unapologetically herself. She don't care if you like her or not. And I understand her issues with Joellen. Because her thing is, Joellen, you're fake. You're not a girl's girl. Your intentions, is that hair or my moose? That might have been moose. That's driving me crazy. Your intentions aren't pure. You're over here trying to humiliate this woman. Like, it's obvious they got a fucked up marriage, and it's painfully obvious that it's obvious these two are comfortable in their dysfunction. So for you to come in and add to it is crazy. Her arguing back and forth with Rula was driving me crazy because at one point Andy goes, "Do you guys believe that Rula was really sick?" And pretty much everybody raised their hand. She was sick from stress. So again, Joellen, and you agreed that she was stressed out. She missed half of the first season. I'm screaming. And it's 7:27 a.m. This shit irritated me though. Like, you sat here on national TV and told us about the fucked up shit with your mom. And that shit made me cry. I lost my father this year. So I'm sensitive to people in relationships with their parents, right? I had all this sympathy for you, but then you get on national fucking TV and you're low-key bullying this lady into receiving this information. It was apparent from the polo match she didn't want to know the shit. It doesn't matter what her words are telling you. Her actions are saying otherwise. Joellen, you don't know how to read the room because you care more about your ego and being right than doing the right thing. See, in your head, telling Rula that her husband's cheating on her is the right thing. And in some instances, that is. Sidebar, I had a friend years ago who married this dude. I think he married her for his citizenship. I never liked the guy. And I always felt like he liked me. He would low-key hit on me and shit. So one night I told her about the shit that he was saying to me, and she got mad at me. She blamed it on me. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this shit to myself. I'm gonna drop a line if it's something serious, but I'm gonna stay out of the business. And that was a close friend of mine. Joellen, you're not even tight with Rula like that. And this is what gets me about you. The dude called your job and tried to get you in trouble. He was trying to get you fired, and you still kept going. All because you didn't want to be seen as a liar. I'm gonna take the L on being a liar if my friend, my so-called friend, we're all on this reality TV show together, and she's so stressed out to the point where she's sick and can't come work, but I'm gonna still keep railroading her with all this really negative information about her husband that she probably knows is true but doesn't want to accept. Joellen, you're evil, and I don't like you. And again, karma is cyclical, and I hope that your house is clean. Because one thing we know about these housewives show, the karma train, everybody gets a turn. So your turn, hopefully your turn is next season because you fucking deserve it. That smug ass shit on the other end of the couch. Yeah, I am a psychopath. Okay, girl, remember all that. Remember all that when your shit's on Front Street. That's what bothered me. That bothered me. I actually thought part 2 was very dark. So then the husbands come out. And Brian, I'm about to wear you out. First, I'm going to wear you out too. Rula, the fuck is wrong with you? You over here getting a fucking nose job and Rula, you over here getting a nose job and a lift. Girl, you need to be in fucking therapy figuring out why you still with homie. Or what's the real? Because I actually feel like there's some sort of arrangement there. It was very strange. First of all, Brian is terrified of Rula. Let's talk about it. He seems scared of her. Secondly, him bringing up God and shit when he came out, sir, him being confronted with Joellen about the marriage situation was wild because he clearly was lying. What broke my heart is Rula going, why didn't you tell me any of this? And then Rosie going, you didn't know any of this? And she's like, no. And she's like, you need to say something because they keep coming at me. He let her, he didn't support her at all this reunion. He just let her ask your railroad. And this is what's crazy. Joellen's husband, I can't remember his name. What's your problem too, though? Do you think it was cool to watch your wife do all of this? And I understand y'all felt some type of way because he called your job, but he wouldn't have called your job if you were running around fucking town talking about him. You talked about him so much so to the point that he had to call your job. I'm not saying that shit's right because he's fucking nuts. Because to me, Brian's dangerous. Brian and Rula got a dangerous situation going on because somebody gonna end up unalived. Because that toxicity is deep, and that's why I'm angry with you, Joellen, because you don't have the ability to read the room. You care more about your ego. It's obvious these two got some serious issues, but you just kept going. And for you to come to the reunion with all these receipts to prove that you're not a liar. Okay, so now you're not a liar. So now what? Now you just look like a bitch with no fucking business. I did not like that shit at all. That shit got on my nerves. That being said, everybody got to come back next season. Next season, I'm going back on what I said last review. All of y'all got to come back because Joellen, I need to see you get your karma. You do. I need to see you get it. And I'm gonna tell you this. I am a girl's girl. I need you to see you get your karma for this. And I also need to see you mend your relationship with your mother. Because hurt people hurt people. You going and Rula the way that you are is very strange. Very strange. Switching gears real quick. Kelsey, your dude Billy. First of all, Kelsey, you're gross. You're unattractive. And you don't like that man. And for you to sit on national TV and admit, oh, well, he pays for my car and I pay for my own health insurance. Oh, when he says, when I say go, he'll drop everything. This dude sitting behind here with his low self-esteem having ass talking about I waited a year for her and my hand got a lot of work. That whole situation there was a mess. The irony that Kelsey and Joellen are talking to other people about their relationships. Like that's wild. I being in Joellen, your relationship seems to be okay for now. I do think the energy between your sister and your husband was very strange, but whatever. But for you to be so invested in someone else's relationship is mind-boggling to me because maybe I missed it. At no point on this show, I never saw a motive for why Joellen chose to tell Rula what was going on. I don't know. You know what? It doesn't even matter. It's the energy that she brought in this part two for this reunion for me. You're evil. That was some evil shit to do. Even though Brian's evil too. Brian's trash. And he's fucking ugly. Rula, you could do so much better. And I love when Rosie said in front of his trifling ass to Rula, you can do better than him. I love when she's, was it her or Ashley? No, it was Ashley. I'm sorry. Ashley, you definitely got to come back. Ashley is positivity personified, her and her husband. I said that they were too positive for this show. I changed my mind. We need that. That's a good balance. This group needs a good balance. I like this group, but it's a lot of hypocrisy going on. And that toast at the end, or the toast when they went around to talk about what they were thankful for or whatever, and what they would do differently. And then Joellen saying that she would have Liz's back more. Liz dragged your ass the entire fucking reunion, and that was one of your final thoughts. That right there proved that you ain't shit. That shit really bothered me. I didn't like that. It's like you were bullying her to give her this information about her husband. I didn't like that shit at all. Joellen, your turn is next, baby. And I'll give you this, Joellen, you are fucking gorgeous. You got a beautiful face, but that soul needs some fixing. And Brian, Rula, I'm gonna need you to ask the wizard for a backbone. Anyway, Real Housewives of Rhode Island. This shit was off the chain. I enjoyed season 1. I talked a lot of shit, but I did enjoy these group of ladies. We'll see what season 2 brings. Anyway, it's supposed to be 105 today. That's why I got the fan blowing. No, I'm not trying to be Beyonce. Well, maybe a little bit, but it's hot in here. Anyway, happy Taco Tuesday. Stay nice, stay hydrated, and I'm gonna go return these videotapes.